Ruben Amorim says Manchester United needs 1 or 2 big players. 1 or 2? We need 10. What do you think of the manager's latest comments?
I think what he means is that he needs 1 or 2 big personality type players in addition to the 10 we also need in terms of just squad depth and squad players at the same time. I think he's talking about players of Bruno Fernandes's ilk, of Rashford a couple years ago, players that can come and take the burden off the side. Because right now there's only really one game changer, and that is Bruno Fernandes. And you just have a team that's relying on like one big time player that's not going to get you over the line on a consistent basis. So we need a lot of depth. We need a lot of players. We need fullbacks. We need midfielders. We need attackers. We need number 9s. But I think I get what he's going on. It's just the same time, it's like, who's he talking about? Who's he talking about? Like an Osimhen. That's a big play. We might need 5 signings, but we need a couple Osimhens because that's going to help us push up the table in a meaningful way because we need goals. We need someone who can score 30 goals across all competitions for this team.
But for United, like a great question around, like it's obviously the manager saying big players. What he's doing is, hey, Ineos.
Spend, baby.
Are you listening?
Show me the money.
Yeah, show me the money. I need big players at Manchester United. We always need big players at Manchester United, but are the big players really what we need? Because we've seen Heaven come in and look sharp. We've seen Dogu come in and look sharp. I actually like this getting young and hungry. That direction's encouraging because we've had like big wage flops, flop after flop after flop. So maybe I don't want too many big players at United. And like another Example is Ugarte a big player? I mean, that's big money. Like, should he be like coming in on the fee that he came in on? Should he be a big player for United? I thought we were buying a big central midfielder who is going to control the midfield and dominate for Manchester United. I thought that purchase was that player. Has he been that player? TBD. You know, everybody needs a year in the EPL coming in. Year 2 will be big for him, but 50 million, like a big midfielder, he should be a big player for United. Like, we're not buying Mbappe for 100. Like, where are the levels when it comes to big players? Like, I would say Ugarte should be a big. That's the type of signing I think Amorim was talking about. No.
I mean, I think it's more than just the price. It's the impact they have on the field, right? Heaven looks like a player that is 40. He looks like the same amount of value that you would have spent on a Lenny Euro. Like if you were to say, we bought one of these players for $1 million and one of these players for 50, and the one for 50 is supposed to be one of the best up and coming center backs in the world. Real Madrid wanted him, and we gazumped him. Heaven looks like he could also be that guy. Like in some ways, Heaven's had a much shorter window, much fewer games, but that's a big impact. Like we need players like that, or like, holy shit, this is a player. And like the second we saw him come on in the second half against Arsenal, you're like, that's a fucking unit. And he had 5 minutes where he looked a little lost, and then he rose into the game and he hasn't looked at a play since. So maybe that's what he means. Or I don't know. Or players in the team that are going to step up like a Mason Mount and be the number 7 for Manchester United. Or Amad Diallo is going to score 10 goals, get 10 assists in the league. Or Garnacho could do that. He has the talent. He has the quality. He can turn it. If he starts acting like a big player, I don't know. Maybe he's doing mind games, but I think he probably is at the end of this is like an Ineos, like, help me.
No, this
help me. Sign players.
By the way, there's already names on the list.
Get me Osimhen.
So there's names on a list. Yeah. And Ineos is hemming and hawing, and he's going to the press being like, we need big players, right? We need to fill holes at Manchester United, right? And, you know, he was quoted to say, not just City, but other teams are already in a place where we need to catch them, and we need to improve again next season. I just want to focus on our strengths and bring in 1 or 2 players, big players. We need to focus. We're all doing the stuff to be next season so much better. And my idea, I cannot manage this thing in 4 to 5 years. We need to try something. We need to be so much better. This is a massive club. I do agree. We do need to put a marker down after this shit year. And I think the biggest way to do that is to win Europa League. I know that's a tall order, but if we do that, that's going to give us the money to deliver for this man, to give him the opportunity. Because another shit season, another austerity, cutting costs, don't have cash, and you're just going to look at that $200 million that we spent with Ten Hag and be like, what was Ineos thinking? Could you have spent 100 and kept 100 just in case? Like, I mean, I really feel like to be where we are from a financial perspective, it's really, we have to take that into context with this manager. Like January, getting rid of the attackers. It's like a loan to buy, not bringing anybody in. We left them out to dry for the rest of the year. We're already starting behind the 8 ball next year. I just feel like Ineos really needs to step up.
Well, this is where Europa League allows you to basically do that bet you did with Ten Hag that blew up in our face again with this manager. Be like, all right, now you get a $200 million to accelerate this process, this transition. Buy your guys. Let's push out the ones we don't want. And that would have a huge impact because that's what he's going to need. This style of play is so distinct from how we played football forever, basically. And this team, even post Fergie, manager to manager, it still have like a consistent undercurrent. This is a total difference from this. It has a different reliance on the type of players you need, and this allows you to accelerate. You lose the Europa League, it's going to be a lot harder for them to go big without. They're probably going to have to sell both Garnacho and Kobe Manu, which is not something we want to see, which could happen anyway. But I think we're going to see big changes, and some of these changes might be unpopular this season given the cards we have to play at the moment.
It's all about the bucks, and he said it. It's like being able to spend lots of money helps a lot. It's characters that we don't have in our squad, trying to see the gaps. When I say big players, I'm not saying Real Madrid. It's big players in the way I see the game, but I think it's going to take some big cash to get the guys that we want, and maybe Gorky's is one of them, and that's a big player. I consider that a big player. Let us know what you think. What did the manager mean by big players? Should we be bringing in big players, or should we be getting young and hungry? We just need to get some dogs. I would like to get more depth across the team instead of signing these like crazy units. We've seen success with Dogu, Heaven. So I just hope that we can continue in that vein, and Kone will come good and Cheetah will come good, because getting young and hungry never hurts as far as building a base for Manchester United. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps a lot, helps us get found, and it's free. And we'll see you in the next Manchester United video.